Good morning, children. Now you know how to multiply fractions and how to multiply when a whole number and a fraction is given. Now that was quite easy, children. Now today we will learn the word problems. Today we will solve the word problems of multiplication. You all can open your book at page number 67. Exercise 4N. Page 67, exercise 4N. Now we can, children, let us tick the word problems that we will be discussing. Now that we will be doing. Now you can tick in your book with pencil from number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 8. These are the 6 word problems that you have to practice. Problem number 6 and 7 I have left because they are related to lessons perimeter and area. We will be doing these problems when we will do lesson perimeter and area later. So which word problems will we do today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 8. Now let's start with the first word problem. Now first we will read the word problem and then I will explain. Now whenever you have to solve any word problem, children, it is very important to read the word problem twice or thrice. When you read, then you understand, and when you understand, you automatically come to know what has to be done. So the most important part, children, is to read the word problem to understand it. Now let's read the first one. A teacher takes 4 periods in a day. Now a teacher takes 4 periods in a day. These are the periods. First period, second period, third period and fourth period. A teacher takes 4 periods in a day. Now the duration of each period is 5/12 hours. Now what is the duration of each period? How long is a period? A period is of 5/12 hours. These are the periods. She takes 4 periods and the duration of each period is how much? 5/12 hours. Now we have to find, see the question given in the problem sum. What is the duration of 4 periods? We have to find what is the duration of 4 periods. So what has to be found, children? We have to find the duration of 4 periods. Now see, we know that teacher takes 4 periods in a day and the duration of 1 period. Duration means the length of 1 period. A period is of this much time, 5/12 hours. This is the duration of a period. Now we have to find what is the duration of 4 periods. This has to be found. What has to be found? What is the duration of all 4 periods? Now see, we know that 1 period is of this much duration. 1 period is this much long. So if all periods are of same duration, 4 periods, the duration of 4 periods will be more than 1 period or less than 1 period or less than 1 period. See, since the duration of 1 period is this much, the duration of 4 periods will be more than this. So for more, what do we do? For more we multiply. Now we know we have to multiply. We read the problem, we understood it, and now we will solve. Now look here, children. Now this problem sum can be done with the headings, without the headings. Now with the statements also. Now instead of doing the problem sum, multiplication problem sum with statements, we will learn to do today. We will learn to do word problems with the headings. Now when you do with the headings, it takes lesser time and you are able to do your sum faster. Now see, there will be two headings. Instead of the statements, now with the headings we will learn to do the word problem. Now see, there will be two headings. Now you have to see what is given in the question. See, a teacher takes 4 periods in a day. Now you know that the number of periods. 4 periods is the number of periods. And first thing is this that is given in the question. Now the second thing that is given in the question is the duration of each period is 5/12 hours. What is given? The duration of each period is given. You know the number of periods and you know the duration of one period. Now these are the two things that are given in the question. Now let's read the question part of the word problem. What is the duration of 4 periods? Now you want to know what is the duration of 4 periods. Now what has to be found? Duration of 4 periods. Now underline. What is the duration of 4 periods? So in your book, everybody underline duration. What has to be found? Duration. So whatever has to be found, that heading comes on the right hand side. Since the question is what is the duration of 4 periods, so duration of periods, this heading will come on the right hand side. And we know the duration of periods, and the other thing that was given in the problem sum is, what is it? Number of periods. NOM dot is the short form of number. Number of periods also is given. So now we have written the two headings. Now we will read the first statement once again. A teacher takes 4 periods in a day. How many periods does she take in a day? In one day she takes 4 periods. Let's read the next sentence. The duration of each period is 5/12 hours. Now see, the duration of one period. We know the duration of one period is 5/12 hours. We know this. We know the duration of one period. See, one period, how long is one period? It is 5/12 hours. This is the duration of one period. Now what do we have to find? What is the duration of 4 periods? Now we know the duration of one period. Now we have to find what is the duration of, this has to be found. We have to find what is the duration of 4 periods. See, I have put a question mark here. Isn't it? So, question mark is we have to find the duration of how many periods? Of 4 periods. Now once again see, one period is 5/12 hours long. So 4 periods, the duration of 4 periods will be obviously more than the duration of one period. So for more, what do? We multiply. What do? We multiply. So now we know what has to be done. We have to multiply. So we will rub our question mark and write 5/12 and we will multiply it by 4. We will multiply it by 4. Now we have a fraction and we have a whole number. 4 is a whole number. Now we know how to multiply a fraction and a whole number. 4 means what? 4/1. Whole number can be written in fraction form also. See, 4 can be written as 4/1 and we changed it into a fraction. Now let's multiply. Now you know that numerator and denominator, we have to see whether the numerator and denominator have a common factor or not. Now let's see the numerator and denominator of the first fraction first. Okay, 5 and 12. Do 5 and 12 have any common factor? What does it mean? Is there any number which divides 5 also and 12 also? No. Now we'll check the numerator of the second fraction and denominator of the first fraction. Now see, 4 and 12. Do 4 and 12 have any common factor? Yes. 4 is divisible by 4 and 12 is also divisible by 4. So we will cancel 4 and 12 by their common factor. Now, let us divide 4 by 4. When we divide 4 by 4, what do we get? 1. Let's write 1. Now, let us divide 12 by 4. 12 when we divide by 4, what do we get? 3. So, now instead of 12 we have 3 and instead of 4 we have 1. Now, 5 and 3. Is there any common factor of both the numbers? No. So, what will be our answer? We have 5 here, instead of 4 we have 1. So, 5 times 1 is 5. Now, instead of 12 we have now 3. Now, 3 times 1 is 3. Now, 5 over 3. This is our answer. But children, it is an improper fraction. An improper fraction has to be changed into mixed fraction. So, let us divide numerator by denominator. Let us divide 5 by 3. In the rough, let's divide 5 by 3. Okay, children? 3 times 1 is 3. So, quotient becomes the whole number. 1 and remainder becomes the numerator. Remainder becomes the numerator. So, 2 will become the numerator. And divisor becomes the denominator. So, 1 and 2 over 3. What is the unit? Hours. So, we have found the duration of 4 periods. We know that if 1 period is 5 over 12 hours long, 4 periods will be 1 and 2 over 3 hours. This is our answer. Now, since it is a problem sum, we have to write the answer statement. Now, answer statement, from where do we write? From the question part given in the problem. Let us read the question once again that is given in this problem sum. What is the duration of 4 periods? So, we will write the duration of 4 periods is 1 and 2 over 3 hours. Now, children, you will do this problem sum in your practice note. I have given it for homework also. Now, problem number 2. I have solved in the math notebook and sent you the PDF. So, problem number 2 you will do from the PDF that has been sent in the WhatsApp and Google Classroom. Now, I will explain you problem number 3. Problem number 3. Now, so you will do problem number 1 in the practice notebook. Now, problem number 3 I will explain. Now, the main thing about word problems is children, you have to read it 2-3 times so that you understand. When you understand the word problem, it becomes very easy to solve it. Now, see, third word problem now we are going to do. Again, we will do with the headings. Now, the cost of 1 meter of cloth is 25 and 1 over 5 rupees. Now, see, what is the cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter of cloth? Now, 2 things are given in this. Length of cloth is given. Or before I do this, let us write down the 2 things that are given. Okay. Now, cost of 1 meter cloth. What is the cost of 1 meter cloth? 25 and 1 over 5 rupees. See, I have written the statement. Now, this sum I will do with the statement also, and I will tell you how to write the headings also. Okay. So, we know the cost of 1 meter cloth is this much. Now, what do we have to find? We have to find the cost of how much cloth? We have to find the cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter cloth. Now, children, think. If the cost of 1 meter cloth is this much, the cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter cloth will be more than 1 meter cloth or less than 1 meter cloth. See, it will be more. So, for more, what do we do? For more, we multiply. So, we will multiply 25 and 1 over 5 by which number? 5 and 5 over 9. Okay, so with the statements, if you write the statement, it means it will be like this. And if you want to do the sum with headings, which is a shorter way and saves your time, now see, what do we have to find? Read the question that is given there in the word problem. What is the cost? Underline what is the cost. So what has to be found? We have to find the cost. What do we have to find? Cost. We have to find the cost of what? Cost of cloth. We have to find the cost of cloth. Now, what is the cost of 5 and 5/9 meter of cloth? Now, 1 meter, children, when you go to buy cloth, the shopkeeper, he measures with a measuring rod and then gives you the length of cloth that you ask for. So 5 and 5/9 meter means it is the length of cloth. It is the length of cloth. Like to make shirt, your daddy's shirt will be made of shorter length of cloth, but your mama's suit will need a bigger length of cloth. So the shopkeeper, he has a measuring rod. With that, he measures the length of cloth and gives you the cloth. So there are two headings. We have to find what is the cost of cloth. 5 and 5/9 meter of cloth. So cost will come on the right hand side and length of cloth will come on the left hand side. Now let us read the first sentence. The cost of 1 meter cloth. 1 meter is what? 1 meter is the length of cloth. 1 meter is the length of cloth. Now 1 meter cloth. What is the cost? 1 meter cloth, its cost is 25 and 1/5 rupees. Now see the first statement. What did we write in the first statement? Cost of 1 meter cloth is equal to this. So instead of this, now what have we done? We have written the two headings and then see 1 meter cloth, its cost is 25 and 1/5 rupees. So instead of statement you can write the headings. Now what do we have to find? We have to find what is the cost of this much cloth. So now we will write 5/5 9 meter. If the length of cloth is this much, so what will it be? What will it be? Its cost. Its cost will be more. So for more we will multiply. So 25 and 1/5 we will multiply by 5 and 5/9. Okay, now let us multiply. I will pull my chair. I will not be able to bear it. Now come on, let's solve this. Now both are mixed fractions. So we will change them into what? Improper fractions first. Now 25 we will multiply by 5. 25 times 5 is 125. And we will add 1. 125 plus 1. 126/5. Okay, now we will multiply it by, now come on, we have changed this into improper fraction. Now we will change this also into improper fraction. So I multiply some. 9 times 5 is 45. 45 plus 5, how much is that? 50. 50/9. Now see, 5. Now we find a common factor of numerators and denominators. Now I see 50 and 5 here. I know both the numbers are divisible by 5. So they have a common factor which is 5. So I will divide 5 by 5. When I divide 5 by 5, what do I get? 1. Now let us divide 50 by 5. When we divide 50 by 5, what do we get? 10. Now 126 and 9. What is the common factor, children? Which number will divide this also and this also? Now we know, see, the divisibility rule of 3. The sum of numbers should be divisible by 3. Now we know 9 is divisible by 3. Now let us check whether 126 is also divisible by 3. Let's find the sum of this number. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 6, 9. So 126, 9. 1 plus 2 plus 6 gives us 9. 9 is divisible by 3. So we know 9 is divisible by 3 and 126 is also divisible by 3. Now we can cancel both the numbers by 3. But let us check one thing, that is 126 divisible by 9 or not? Come on children, it is divisible by 9 also. 9 and 126 both are divisible by 9. So we will, whenever we have a common factor which is greater, we take that number. We can take 3 also, but we will take 9 since it's a bigger common factor. Now 9 can be divided by 9, we get 1. Now let's divide 126 by 9. Now we do not know the table of 9 till 126. So what will we do? We will leave 6 just now. We will take 12. We will take 12. Now 9 times 1 is 9. Right? 1. 9 times 1. See, we are dividing 126 by 9. See, I will show it to you here. 126, let us divide by 9. Now we are taking 12 here. 9 times 1 is 9. Keep 9 in your mind. 12 minus 9, 3. So 3 will go carry. Now 3 is 6, 36. Now 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 3 is 27, 9 times 4 is 36. So 4. So when we divide 126 by 9, what do we get? We get 14 and the remainder is 0. 1 second children. 1 second, sorry. Now you can see the board. 1 second, sorry. Let me adjust this. Now, so when we divide 126 by 9, we get 14 and the remainder is 0. So when we divide 126 by 9, what are we getting? 14. Okay, now see, instead of both the denominators, we have 1 and 1 now. So what will we do? We will multiply 14 and 10. 14 times 10 is 140. 140. Now 1 times 1 is 1. Now 140 over 1. How can this be written as a whole number? 140 over 1 means 140. Isn't it? So what did we find? See, the heading on this side is cost of cloth. And what is the unit? Rupees. So 140 is what? It is the cost. And the cost is in rupees. So cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter cloth is how much? 140 rupees. Now we have to write the answer statement. Now see, read the question part. Now see, the question part is, what is the cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter of cloth? So what will be your answer statement? You will take the answer statement from the problem, the question part of the problem. You will write cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter of cloth is 140. Let me write here, children. I am sitting because I can't bend that. Okay? So we will write cost of 5 and 5 over 9 meter cloth is rupees 140. So you see children how easy it is to do these word problems. Now I have sent you three word problem which you have to do in your math notebook. I have sent it in WhatsApp also and Google Classroom also. Problem number 2, 4 and 8. You will do in your math notebook. The work is there in the classroom. Now, just now I explained you problem number 1 and 3. So now all the word problems you will know how to do. So practice this exercise, practice the 2 problems that I explained you and do the PDF work that has been sent to you.